Howdy folks, singleboard.com here with another exciting video. Today we're going to be talking about the PiApps store for open source projects. PiApps is another great utility for the Raspberry Pi. It's easy to install and easy to use. So let's get right to it. You can find the Raspberry Pi App Store on the GitHub website, github.com/botspot/pi-apps. We'll bring you the link directly to the site. Before we install, we want to make sure that our system is updated. So the first thing we want to do is sudo apt update. You should do this on a regular basis to make sure that your Raspberry Pi is always up to date. The second command we should do is sudo apt upgrade. You should also do this to make sure that your Raspberry Pi is up to date on all of its dependencies needed for any new programs that you install. The next thing we get to do is actually install PiApps. The command is right on their website. I've put it right here on the screen for you to see, and you can wind up seeing this also right in the show notes. Once you have downloaded the clone, you can wind up installing it. It's going to wind up wanting to install YAD. You can read more about that on the website, but it is required to run PiApps. Depending on your internet connection, this shouldn't take too long. If you're on dial-up, it should probably take you less than 5 minutes. But for most of us, it's not going to be that long. And as you can see, it just updated on our screen the PiApps app. Launching PiApps is really easy. All you have to do is double click on it. Click on execute to fire off the actual GUI. It'll take it a second depending on how fast your Raspberry Pi is to load. I am running a Raspberry Pi 4 8GB model, so as you can see it come up very quickly. And this will give you a lot of programs that you can install very easily on here. So I'm just going to open up this list for you. I'm going to install a couple of these now, and I will wind up showing later videos on how each one of these work. So the first one I'll go and install here is the Chromium Media Edition. I want to be able to have that installed on my Raspberry Pi so I can watch Netflix. Highlight Chromium Media Edition and click Install. PiApps will go out on the web, find the information it needs to install the script, and then when it's finished, it will wind up closing the window out for you, and then you will be able to use that application. So this will take 30 seconds to close. I'm not going to wait that long. I'll just close the window now. But if you go and check up on your Raspberry for your start menu and then go to Internet, you will now see that we have the Chromium Media Edition. Click on that, and then it'll fire up everything you need to see for the Chromium Media Edition. It's just that quick. So let's install the next one here on the list. Everybody's been talking about overclocking their Pis all the time. We're going to do Commander Pi, which is a great, easy to use overclocking utility. So just highlight Commander Pi, click Install. PiApps will go out on the web, get the information that it needs to wind up installing this. Again, depending on how long your or how fast your internet speed is, it will go and grab this information. It shouldn't take too long for most people nowadays. Everybody seems to be getting better Wi-Fi, so we'll see how it works. Once installed, you'll wind up getting the same screen as last time. It'll close in 30 seconds, but you can also see that it added the actual icon to my desktop here, so I can launch Commander Pi right from there. It is also set up right in, again, off your start menu. You can wind up going to, where is it at here? Under Accessories, Commander Pi. Commander Pi is easy to use, and again, I will show you that in another video. The next one I'll have on the list I want to show today is a lot of people see the Conky widget that I've used in the past videos. It's now easier to install. Scroll down here a little bit. I'll wind up clicking on Conky, click install. PiISS will go out on the web and do its thing. It's incredible. There are so many people coming out with these new simple applications for the Raspberry Pi. It's making everybody's job a lot easier trying to get their Pis upgraded to use these. In the past, some of these would take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to compile, get everything together, and everybody's just doing it through scripts now. Easy to use. As you can see, it is now installed Conky, and we're just waiting on it to finish. And that program is finished installing. The next one that I'm going to install today to show you just how, again, easy this installs is Discord. A lot of people have had problems in the past installing Discord. It's not hard to do in PiApp. Just click on Discord, install. It will grab all the information off the web that it needs to do. Now I'm using a Logitech webcam here for my setup for the microphone that you're hearing today, and that's what will be used for Discord. So I've already tested this. It works out very well. My definition as well is you can hear how well I sound here off from the microphone set up here for Simple Screen Recorder. It's going to sound the exact same inside of Discord. Everybody's said so far that they've been able to understand what I'm saying, so I'm very happy with the setup so far. Another one of the programs that's outstanding for setting up to play games and tweak your Raspberry Pi is PiKiss. For those that are not aware what PiKiss is, it is an app that is similar to PiApps. I love the fact that you can install PiApps like I'm showing in this video here and then install PiKiss on top of it. PiKiss will allow you to, as I said, install a whole bunch of games, tweaks, additions for your Raspberry Pi. And if you take a look up here, you'll go to click on your Raspberry, and I think it's under accessories also. Oh, where was it? System tools. There it is, PiKiss. And there are other videos out on the web that show you how to use it. I will be making a video later showing how specifically just to use PiKiss to keep it simple for everyone. So while I'm waiting for this window to close, the next app that I'll install is Retropie. A lot of people have seen how to install Retropie different ways. Here with PiApps, it's also very easy. Just click on Retropie and install. Retropie will be installed here shortly. It takes a couple of minutes to go and grab all the information, and then we'll get an icon just like we have for the other apps. It took about 15 to 20 minutes for the Raspberry Pi to install the Retropie here to where we got to this screen. But now you can install it any way you want to see fit. I'm going to go with the basic install. I'm noting the time of the video when I hit yes here, and it's about 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And that also took about 15 minutes. So we will exit out of this utility, and it will successfully close this in 30 seconds. The last one we're going to install today is Zoom. With everything happening nowadays, more and more people are getting on Zoom, and being able to install it on a Raspberry Pi is something that I think is outstanding. The fact that we can wind up using these on the Raspberry Pi now makes it easier for people to teleconference all around the world. Shouldn't take too long to install this and get it all set up. And it took Zoom about 11 to 12 minutes to install. So that was another lengthy one, but as I'll show you here quickly, it installed very well. And as you can see, I have both Discord and Zoom running at the same time. So PiISS is a great tool to use to get a lot of other programs installed. I will be making more videos showcasing each one of these, how to use them and how I have them set up for each one of you in the coming weeks. But that's it for this episode. If you've enjoyed what you watch, please press the like button. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. And I hope to talk to you again very soon.